Gabrielle Bonheur. Coco Chanel's story began far from the glimmering lights of Paris, in a small, unassuming village in the French countryside. Born in 1883, her early life was marked by poverty and hardship. The family struggled to make ends meet, and young Gabrielle often found herself yearning for a better life.
Orphaned at a young age, I found myself in the care of nuns at a strict convent orphanage. The walls of the Aubazine Abbey became my new home, a place where discipline and routine were the order of the day. Life at the Aubazine Abbey was austere, but it was there that I learned the art of sewing. The nuns taught me to stitch with precision and care, skills that would become invaluable in my later years.
The nuns, with their simple habits and black and white attire, unknowingly planted the seeds of a minimalist aesthetic that would later define Chanel's iconic designs. Their influence was subtle yet profound, shaping her vision of elegance and simplicity. Despite the challenges, Chanel possessed an unwavering spirit and a yearning for something more. She was determined to rise above her circumstances and carve out a new path for herself.
I dreamed of a life beyond the convent walls, a life filled with creativity and freedom. The confines of the abbey could not contain my aspirations. I envisioned a world where I could create and inspire, where my designs would speak to the elegance and strength of women everywhere. Little did I know, destiny had extraordinary plans for the young seamstress from humble beginnings. My journey was just beginning, and the world of fashion was about to be revolutionized by my vision and determination.
Chanel's journey into the world of fashion began modestly. She started as a hat maker, selling her simple yet elegant creations to the ladies of French society.
My designs, a stark contrast to the elaborate and often restrictive hats of the time, were met with intrigue and admiration.
It was during this time that she adopted the nickname Coco, a name that would soon become synonymous with revolution and chic.
My hats were not just accessories, they were a statement of independence. They whispered of a woman who dared to be different, a woman who valued comfort and style in equal measure.
The early 20th century was a time of immense social change marked by the aftermath of World War I and the beginning of the Roaring Twenties. Women were stepping out of their traditional roles and seeking new freedoms. Chanel's designs resonated with the growing desire for liberation among women. Her innovative approach to fashion was a breath of fresh air in a world that was ready for change. She rejected the corseted silhouettes that had long dominated women's fashion, opting instead for looser, more comfortable designs. This shift was not just about comfort, it was a statement against the restrictive norms that had confined women for centuries. Her groundbreaking creations, like the Chanel suit and the little black dress, became symbols of female empowerment. These designs were revolutionary, offering women a new way to express themselves. The suit, with its clean lines and tailored fit, offered women a sense of authority and sophistication previously reserved for men. It was more than just clothing, it was a declaration of independence and equality. The little black dress, once a symbol of mourning, was transformed into an emblem of timeless elegance, accessible to women of all backgrounds. Chanel's vision turned it into a versatile piece that could be worn for any occasion, breaking down social barriers. Chanel's vision was clear. She wanted to liberate women from the constraints of tradition and empower them to embrace their individuality through fashion. Her studio became a haven for creativity and innovation, where new ideas flourished. Her designs weren't merely about following trends, they were about setting them. Chanel's influence extended beyond fashion. She changed the way women saw themselves and their place in society. Her legacy continues to inspire designers and fashion enthusiasts around the world. Chanel's influence extended beyond clothing. In 1921, she introduced the world to Chanel No. 5, a fragrance that would forever alter the landscape of perfumery.
At a time when perfumes were often single-note and overly sweet, Chanel No. 5 was a complex and sophisticated blend of over 80 ingredients.
More than just a fragrance, Chanel No. 5 was an experience, an aura of confidence and allure. It was the scent of a modern woman, independent, enigmatic, and unforgettable.
With its iconic bottle and timeless aroma, Chanel No. 5 became a symbol of luxury and sophistication, a status it retains to this day.
A woman of business, building an empire on elegance. Chanel's success was not solely due to her creative genius, she was also a shrewd businesswoman. Recognizing the changing dynamics of society, she understood the importance of catering to a wider clientele. She expanded her brand to include jewelry, accessories, and even skincare, making luxury accessible to a new generation of women. Her keen business acumen and innovative marketing strategies cemented her position as a force to be reckoned with in the fashion world. Chanel's empire was built on her unwavering belief in her own vision. She was a tireless worker, always striving for perfection, and never afraid to challenge the status quo. Love and loss. The men who shaped her world. These men were not just fleeting figures in her life, they were pivotal in molding her into the icon she became. Chanel's personal life was as captivating as her professional one. Her relationships were often the talk of the town, adding to her enigmatic allure. She was known for her charisma, her wit, and her ability to charm anyone she met. Her social circles were filled with influential and powerful men, and her string of passionate, albeit often tumultuous, love affairs. These affairs were not just romantic escapades, they were intense and deeply emotional experiences. These relationships, while often short-lived, profoundly influenced her life and work. They provided her with inspiration, heartbreak, and a deeper understanding of the human condition.
There was Boy Capel, her great love and muse, the English polo player who provided the early financial support for her fashion house. His belief in her talent was unwavering, and whose tragic death left an indelible mark on her soul. She mourned him deeply, and his loss was a turning point in her life.
Later, there was the Duke of Westminster, one of the richest men in the world at the time, whose aristocratic world introduced her to a life of luxury and extravagance. His influence extended beyond their personal relationship. That would later inspire her designs. The opulence and grandeur of his world were reflected in her creations. Each relationship, though ultimately ending in heartbreak, contributed to the complex tapestry of Chanel's life. They were chapters in her story, each adding depth and dimension, shaping her worldview and influencing her artistic expression. Through love and loss, she found her voice and vision, leaving an indelible mark on the world of fashion. Shadows of War, a time of controversy. The outbreak of World War II cast a dark shadow over Europe, and Chanel's life was not immune to its impact. Her romantic involvement with a German officer during the Nazi occupation of France sparked controversy and tarnished her reputation. While the extent of her involvement with the Nazi regime remains a subject of debate, her actions during this period led to accusations of collaboration and a subsequent exile from the fashion world she helped create. The war years were a dark chapter in Chanel's life, one that continues to generate discussion and scrutiny. A triumphant return, reclaiming the fashion throne. After years in self-imposed exile, Chanel made a triumphant return to the fashion scene in 1954. At the age of 71, she proved that her creative spirit was far from extinguished. Her comeback collection, while initially met with skepticism, soon captivated the hearts of a new generation.
The iconic Chanel suit was reinvented, its timeless elegance given a fresh perspective. Once again, Chanel captured the spirit of the times, proving that true style transcends age and adversity. Her return marked not just a comeback, but a resounding victory over the shadows of the past.
The enduring allure of Chanel, a legacy of style. Coco Chanel passed away in 1971, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire and influence the world of fashion. Her name has become synonymous with timeless elegance, effortless chic, and unwavering female empowerment. From the little black dress to the Chanel suit, her designs remain staples in the wardrobes of women across generations. Chanel No. 5, with its enduring allure, remains one of the most recognizable fragrances in the world. Beyond the clothes and the perfume, Chanel left behind a legacy of daring to be different, of breaking rules and of defining one's own style. Forever, Coco an inspiration for generations. Coco Chanel's impact on fashion is immeasurable. She was a true visionary, a rebel who dared to challenge conventions and redefine what it meant to be a woman in the 20th century. Her designs were not merely garments, they were statements of independence, confidence, and timeless style.
Today, the House of Chanel, under the creative direction of Karl Lagerfeld and now Virginie Viard, continues to honor her legacy. Chanel's spirit lives on in every perfectly tailored suit, every strand of pearls, and every spritz of No. 5. Her story serves as a timeless reminder that, with passion, determination, and a little bit of daring, one person can indeed change the world, one stitch at a time.